There's a new open world RPG that you should probably keep your eye on. Forsaken Realms Vahrin's Call is an RPG that the developers say was directly inspired by both Fable and the Elder Scrolls, which puts it directly on my wish list. But what really caught my eye is the amount of things that you seem to be able to do, and how it seems to be a bit more old school of an RPG in some ways. It doesn't have perfect animations that are super over the top. It isn't a pristine top tier AAA sort of graphic style, but it looks good and it has a concept that I'm interested in, and it seems to have the systems that make an RPG fun. The idea is that you're a mercenary and you've heard of Vahrin's call for aid, and as a mercenary, you want to get all the gold and loot you can from helping them out. The game looks to be very open, giving you the ability to explore and do what you would like, similar in that way to an Elder Scrolls game. There seems to be multiple different play styles that they've shown in the trailer. You can go with the classic sword and board. You seem to be able to quickly switch to using magic, or you could be an archer, and it's kind of left open for you to swap between different play styles on the fly, which is a big plus for me. This sort of classless system, I've never really liked the idea of being locked down into a single class for the entire game, and they've shown where you can be shooting arrows 1 second and flinging fireballs the next. Stat fiends and crafters alike will find something to enjoy here, as there are robust systems that allow you to craft items for your playstyle of choice with different stats and all that stuff. And for people that like intertwining parries between dodges, that seems to be a thing as well. As to whether that system is locked to shield specifically, it isn't clear to me yet, but they did show a character parrying with a shield, so parries are a thing. This could also be an interesting one for fans of something like Outward, with the wide variety, focus on crafting, and the fact that you can also get traps and use those on enemies. Later on in the gameplay trailer, they gave us a little taste of what the quests and the narrative might be like, and it definitely makes me think of Fable. They seem to have a good mix of serious and quirky, something that I really enjoyed in games like Divinity Original Sin 2 as well. Obviously, a big thing that will show whether this game does well is the feel of the gameplay. They've shown what it looks like, but you never really know until you play it for yourself. They've said that there will be full controller support, so it's meant to be an action RPG. That could be the best way to play it on controller. Nothing that I've seen has so far triggered any red flags for me, but what I'd really like to see is for them to follow the rising trend and release some sort of demo before the game comes out. That would really tell me that they're confident in the game, that they're willing to let people play it before release. It's been fun to see the way that these games that don't have the AAA budgets have been doing lately. Some of the better experiences that I've had in RPGs aren't necessarily the blockbuster hits, but indie games that are trying something new. And Forsaken Realms Vahrin's Call seems to be somewhere in the middle of that, which can be a difficult place to be, but I think it's worth keeping an eye on. Once we get closer to release, or if they do some previews, we'll have a better idea of where it will land in that. So far, it looks promising. For more videos about RPGs of all kinds, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.